All right, here we go. And we will reduce damage from spells by half. Now that's for everyone. So I will cast Invisira on everyone. And then we're going to obviously flare. Actually, can I saber myself? Oh, things are happening. Things are happening. Pixels are doing stuff. So that's what they mean by Pixel Remaster. The time loop was severed at last. The endless struggle that raged over 2,000 years had ended, and peace prevailed once more. The light of the four crystals restored the forces of wind, water, earth, and fire. It was a mere trick of fate that had given rise to the chain of Garland's wrath, but magnified by the four forces meant to guide our world. That trick of fate also gave birth to the fiends. Monsters had run rampant as the world sank into darkness. But all that is now past. With the four forces flowing as they were meant, the warriors prepared to cross time and return to the world they knew. A world where Princess Sarah, Queen Jane, and even Garland himself await. When was this fateful day that sent time spiraling into a loop? None can say. It seemed the cycle into which time had fallen would last forever, but the bravery of four young travelers changed that. They took the forces that filled the world with darkness and used them to bathe the world in light. None will ever recall the struggle the four endured, for the breaking of the chain means that it never existed. But within the tales of fantasy that people tell, the memory of their deeds live on. Tales of dwarves and elves, of dragons and shining civilizations that reached for the heavens even as they fell. And now their return is upon us. With the memory of their struggle buried deep in their hearts, they will quietly watch over our world. Remember always that the forces of the world must be used as they were intended, that the power of light must never be used for dark, and that the true crystals reside in your heart, for you are the warrior who crossed time. You are the bringer of light. I do love this background right here. This is a good screenshot moment. The fans across the globe, both past and present, to the crew who brought the originals to life, we offer our profound and heartfelt thanks. Nice. Overall, I would say that was a pretty short adventure, comparatively. Could have been a lot longer, especially with a few areas that we were stuck in before we had to get the Rosetta Stone. That part was just very confusing to me. I would have been stuck on that forever, honestly, especially if it was like pre-internet. You'd have to go through every dungeon not knowing what the item was that you needed or where to find it. Guides really do make that quite a bit easier now. The whole adventure, honestly, which isn't so bad. I don't really like struggling like that. There's always the purists that want you to experience it the way it was originally. This is a remaster to begin with. I don't see the point of that. Overall, it was a pretty good game. Despite being short, I feel like the story was pretty cohesive. I don't understand why we had to fight the four element bosses again. That was kind of weird. Lich, Marilla, Tiamat, and the Kraken. Like, we'd already fought them to get the crystal, and then you had to fight them again before you fought Garland. I just feel like that kind of cheapened the whole experience in some ways. Combat, definitely love the combat changes that they'd made. Just being able to up the experience gain and then turn encounters on and off. That is huge. That saves so much time. That is an inconceivable amount of time saved easily, because in 8.5 hours, essentially, we beat the game, not knowing where to go most of the time. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Everyone wants a 10 scale, but I would give it a rating of like a 6 out of 7. Those numbers really mean nothing. Definitely check it out if it's a game on your list. And if you can get the Pixel Remaster bundle, very worth it, because you'll get 6 games essentially in that bundle. You can even get the soundtrack that comes with them all. Very, very worth it.